Hello, everyone. My name is Ron Pope, and I want to thank you for coming out here tonight for the CashFX presentation. Let's go ahead and get started here with it. So let's talk about what is CashFX involved in. CashFX is involved in the Forex market, okay? Why is it involved in the Forex market? Well, the Forex market is the largest, most liquid market in the world. If you take all the other global markets and look at how much they trade in a month, the Forex market is trading more than that in a day. It's trading $5.3 trillion daily. This market's historically proven to be recession proof. So if you're looking for something that you can get through the tough times in the economy today, and you're looking for a good solid place to put your money, if you know how to work within the Forex market, if you know how to trade, this is an amazing market to be involved in. Okay, and that's what CashFX is going to show you guys how to do. How do you become successful in this space? All right. It's also the most flexible market for risk management, money management strategies. Now, why is that so important? Well, you don't want to have to take all of your capital and put it at risk, because when you do that, you also risk losing it all. Okay. So you start to implement different money management strategies and risk management. I'll go through that with you here in just a little bit. But the market also offers you the opportunity to leverage and maximize your gains 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, where other markets are not open 24 hours a day. All right. So you have more time to trade. So who is CashFX? Well, CashFX is a team of project management experts. Okay, they're specializing in the financial markets. They've been doing this for quite some time. CashFX didn't, come up with a compensation plan and they go, okay, what do we pair up with this? We want to, give an opportunity to people. So what do we do? All right, it wasn't like that with CashFX. They already had these pieces in place. They had already been working on all of this for the last year and a half. They've been matter of fact, the founder of CashFX, Wasfer Lopez, was already doing these things to increase his own personal wealth that he had amassed through Bitcoin. Okay. And when he realized what he had his hands on, he wasn't ready to retire yet. So he says, hey, I'm going to help some more people. And that's when I got the phone call, asked me if I'd take over the software side of things and help launch the company. And so we're talking about a company here that didn't struggle to find a product. They already had the product. And that's really important, because in today's network marketing industry, a lot of people come out with a really good comp plan, okay, and then they go, okay, but what can we, what kind of product can we put with it? This company did not have to launch. This is not a company that was created to make the founder a whole bunch of money. This was a company that's been created to help folks like you and I, okay, to give us the opportunity to get involved in this space, to be able to learn how to trade and one day manage our own accounts. But we also have the opportunity to earn while we learn, okay? And I'll talk about the earn while you learn as we go just a little bit further into this. But I really wanted to impact on you that this is a company with good intentions. This is a company that never even had to launch. They launched to help people. And I think that's great. I know the founder of the company personally. We've been friends for several years, and we've been looking for something that we could offer to the public to help a lot of people with it. Okay, so that's who's behind CashFX. All right, so they specialize in these financial markets. They have a very highly trained educational team. Okay, that's creating the educational materials, because that's what CashFX, their primary product is education. Okay, so their highly trained educational team is developing all this content. They're working with the expert advisors and professional traders to get you guys the best, most valuable content that you could possibly go through. And then my company, the Conversion Pros, we're doing all the back office software. We're doing the e-learning, the marketing, all of it. We're consulting on the project and things. So we have a lot of involvement here, and I get to see a lot of the things that are happening behind the scenes. And so I just wanted to take a moment and just say how excited I am to be here and be involved. And I don't promote very many companies. I haven't in the last 5 years. And that's because of the fact that, after being in the industry for so many years, I meet a lot of owners that come in this space with bad intentions, or they don't really know how to build an infrastructure to support an exploding company. And CashFX is exactly that. It's literally blowing up globally. It's been in pre-launch for going on 9 weeks now. And it's in well over 50 countries and growing by hundreds of people a day already. But we're putting the infrastructure in place that you would see on like a Fortune 500 company. So very solid infrastructure, legal team, multiple legal teams actually. And, the values of this company are being built on transparency, honesty, and respect for, fellow CashFX family members like you. Okay. You're looking at this. If you're looking at this for the first time here tonight, you have the opportunity to get involved and understand this has been put together for you. All right. The mission of CashFX is to, provide world-class Forex trading while providing a personalized and professional academy program for the purpose of improving the financial lives of our CashFX family members all around the world. So pretty solid statement. That's exactly what we're working on behind the scenes every single day with CashFX Corporate. So it's pretty exciting. I get asked all the time, hey, how long do you think this company is going to be around? Well, it's being built to be a legacy company. This is something that the founders want to pass on to their next generation. So we're talking 20 plus year company is what they're building towards. And you'll see as the more and more transparency comes forward. And so pretty exciting stuff that you guys are here looking at tonight. I don't know if you knew what you were coming to take a look at or not, but this has a lot of industry first, some of which I'm going to actually spend a little time on here tonight. I want to talk about the ecosystem that's being created within CashFX that becomes perpetual and fully sustainable. Okay. Which after 20 years of consulting internationally for businesses, I don't run into those opportunities very often. And that's why, I'm here tonight presenting to you guys is this is a really good opportunity here. So our CashFX corporate offices and educational floor are registered and located in Panama City. CashFX actually just bought out the 11th floor of the office building across from the Hard Rock megapolis in Panama City. So if you want to come down, if you decide to get involved with CashFX, you want to come down there, a great time to do that would be November 8th through the 10th, which is the grand launch event. So right now it's in pre-launch and it's preparing for launch on November 8th. So we'd love to meet you down there. I will personally be there. And a lot of the leaders are going to be down there. We're expecting a very large turnout. So I want to take a moment and just invite you guys to that if this is something by the end of this presentation you decide you want to get involved with. Okay. Now, the trading success, all right, our success is achieved with a combination of, it's actually a very complex system. And so go ahead and read the page if you want. I'm going to explain it to you in my own words and what I've witnessed and the people that I've met that are behind the scenes, okay? So the trading success comes back to their system, okay, which is very scalable. We get asked that all the time is, can CashFX trade for 1 million plus people? Absolutely, they could. Because of the way that they've structured, and it's very, very scalable. They use expert advisors that work with professional traders, okay? And they create the algorithms that they feed into the bots, all right? And then you have artificial intelligence, AI, that's sitting back watching all this happen. And the AI, it's like a baby. You have to, raise it. You have to teach it. And then after a while, it starts learning on its own at its own pace and actually can help create future algorithms. And that's so important, guys. Back about 15 years ago, I created my own bots for the Forex industry. I've been trading in the Forex for a long time now. And, we were doing great, 8 to 13% a week, and things were going really good. But what we didn't do was continue to create new algorithms. So when our algorithms were no longer as effective as they once were, we basically had met the end of our road. Okay, we attempted to create new algorithms under the gun, under stress. Needed to get them done right away, and instead we ended up closing down the company and not continuing forward with it. So that's key here, guys, is that the fact that CashFX has multiple algorithms, multiple strategies, and they continue to develop new ones. Okay, so there's that longevity. All right, so very scalable. Marketing tools. Again, I'm president, CEO for the Conversion Pros. We are a marketing software company. And so what we are doing for CashFX is developing the marketing tools. We're doing the autoresponder series, both for opt-in. So after someone opts into your page, they'll be receiving immediately a autoresponder series that will trickle on them for a couple of weeks. And then also after they upgrade and become part of CashFX, there'll be another series there for Fast Start telling them what to do every day to get the best traction and the best success quickly. All right. We've developed bridge pages that will allow you to market on Facebook and other social media that feed right into a sales funnel. And we've developed multiple videos. So all of these tools, guys, are going to be made available to you guys. And they're all top notch. I mean, absolutely top notch. We're almost finished with them. They're actually being programmed in now, and we'll start testing on them next week. And then I would say that it's about a week after that or so. Once we get the testing done and CashFX gives final approval, then we'll start to make those available to you guys. So if you're not familiar with our company, feel free to look it up. We've got lots of testimonials so you can see the impact of what our marketing could do. We support multiple different industries, one of which is the network marketing space, and we do extremely well for our clients. So looking forward to getting these new materials into your guys' hands very, very soon. The Academy program, the CashFX Academy program is the key to your CashFX success, okay? It's the actual product for CashFX. And every trading contract has a specific section of the trading curriculum included. Okay, so the Academy curriculum is progressive, meaning that as you continue to increase, upgrade, or purchase higher trade contract levels, you will get increasingly more difficult education. Okay, I shouldn't call it more difficult, but more advanced. Let's use that term. It's more advanced education. So the Academy is actually broken down into 3 series. You've got your Elemental series, Supreme, and Advanced Professional series. The Elemental is exactly how it sounds. It's basically Forex 101. You learn the basics, terms, and concepts. Okay, but then you've got the Supreme series, which takes you further into the Forex concepts and techniques, where you'll learn advanced skills that will, basically be your foundation that you'll start to use to move forward. And as you continue through your education, you'll have the opportunity to download the app and the tools that CashFX will provide and allow you to take over the trading of your own account. Okay. At the beginning, you have the opportunity to earn while you learn. And we'll talk about the earning side here in a minute. Okay. Then you got the Advanced Professional series. This is, I think, absolutely critical to any trader. You need to get to the Advanced Professional series. Obviously, you need to upgrade a few times to get to this point, but you'll have the opportunity, again, to earn while you learn and continue to reinvest back into your education. But I think the Advanced Professional series is an absolute must because I've seen more mistakes made on the psychology of professional trading. That's where you have to remove your emotions from your money, okay? If you don't do that, let me paint you a quick picture of what that looks like if you don't do that. Let's say you have a bad trade, okay? And what tends to happen is someone will panic, and so they'll go heavier on their next trade. And then they don't win that one, so they go heavier on the next one, breaking all their rules, all their trade mantra, and they end up in, before you know it, in this financial devastation. Their trade account's gone, and they're over leveraged, going, "What did I just do?" Okay, and the Forex market does allow you to leverage very, very heavily on your funds. So it's important that before you just jump in to the Forex market, you go through this education, get an understanding, okay, for what the market's about and the most successful ways to trade within it. Because I don't care if you're sitting there with $1 million to trade, you don't want to put $1 million in the Forex market, okay? You don't need to in order to get the results that you're looking for. You put a fraction of that in because, again, it gives you that leverage, the market does, okay? Let's see. So let's jump into the trade contracts. I just talked to you about the Elemental series. The Elemental series has 4 levels. It's $300 through $2,000. Each one of these packages comes with the educational package. Okay, 30% of your trade contract goes towards your education. So, for example, on the $300 package, $90 goes towards that first initial level of your academy program. Okay, and then you start progressing up. Obviously, at your 1,000, you got 30% goes towards the education. So there's $300 that goes towards that, and so on and so forth. Each one of these packages also come with a trade account money. Okay, so basically the remaining 70% goes into trade for you, and that's where you start earning while you learn. So you could literally let your trade account start earning for you while you're going through your education. Okay, and while you're going through the education, you're earning back the money that you just paid for the education, and then some, a lot more. I'll show you. Also, each package comes with leadership program PV points. Okay, one thing I'm going to point out is the $1,000 package here. It comes with 500 PV. The reason I want to point that one out is that's all you need, guys, is a $1,000 package to go all the way through all the ranks. There's other requirements, but that is your own personal requirement. Have at least a $1,000 package. Okay, obviously you want to get up into as high a package as you can, which, let's continue forward. The Supreme Series has 5,000 through 20,000, again, with progressive education with each level. And I get asked this question a lot. Well, what happens if I just buy in at $20,000? That's okay. You can do that. You'll still get all the education, okay, from the 300, the 500, the 1,000, 2,000, 5, 10, all the way up to the 20. So if you buy in at a higher package, you're still going to get all the education that you would have gotten below that. Okay, and you always want to start from the beginning. Don't jump through your course. There'll be certain restrictions in the e-learning platform that we're building for CashFX that will require you to go, step by step. You don't want to just jump to the end of the book. You need to know what's in between, or you're going to miss a lot. And the fact that you can take this education and literally change your financial picture for you, your family, your next generation. This is probably one of the most valuable things that you'll ever come across in your life. So in the advanced professional series, we got 30,000 through $100,000 packages. 100,000 is the highest package that CashFX offers at this time. All right. Again, each one of these comes with 30% that goes towards your education. The other 70% goes into trade, and you get your leadership program points. Okay. That's your product right there, guys. You're selling education that helps people understand the market, so that they can go and, the Forex market has made, I don't even know how many millionaires. It's just ridiculous amounts of money that this market can make for people. But understand, at the same time that you can make money in this market, okay, you can also lose money in this market. So go through your education course, take your notes, do whatever you got to do, but learn this stuff, okay? It's absolutely changed my life, and it can do the same thing for you guys. CashFX reward plan. Remember when I said there's a lot of industry first? I've developed comp plans. I've built network marketing companies from the ground up in multiple different countries. We've support network marketing companies in 57 different countries through the Conversion Pros. I got a lot of involvement in this industry. And one of the things I want to mention to you here is that I've never seen a comp plan so unique as what CashFX has here. And when I say unique, I love it. I think it's great. Okay. I wish more companies would adopt something similar to some of the things that they have here. So as we go through this, I'll point out some of the industry first that we're going to see. But there's two things I want to get you familiar with real quick here. It's bear capital and bull capital. Okay. Because if you're already a trader, you might be sitting there thinking, now, wait a minute, I know what bull and bear is. Yes, when it relates to the stock market. But what we're talking about here is a play on words. Okay. We're talking about the bear market being someone who purchases a trade contract, and then they just sit back and wait for their earn while you learn. So they wait for their trade earnings to come in. They don't refer anyone to CashFX. They just want to go through their education, stick to themselves, and wait for their package to be able to return them back to X. What is 2X? Well, look off on the right-hand side here. We got a $2,000 package over there. It comes with a $600 educational course, okay, which means that you've got another $1,400 that will go into the trading pool for you so you can earn while you learn, okay? Now, the 2X, though, guys, is not based off the $1,400 that went into the trading pool. The 2X is based off of the entire $2,000 value of your trade contract, even though $600 of it already went to get you your education. CashFX does not penalize you for that. They give you 2X on that entire $2,000 package, which means as a bear, you could purchase a trade contract for $2,000, sit back, go through your education, and be able to earn up to $4,000 on that one contract right there, okay, without ever referring anybody to CashFX. So if you're someone who doesn't want to get involved in the referral side, they've thought about that and they've already got that figured out for you, and it's an amazing plan. Okay. Then we got the bull capital side. The bull capital is someone who wants to get aggressive. They love seeing the trade earnings that they're getting. They get excited about CashFX and they want to start referring people. You refer one single person, you become a bull. Okay. The bull, guys, listen to this. It opens you up to a whole nother 2x on your trade contract value. All right. Separate from your bear capital. Okay. So you got your bear capital that can go 2x. And then you've got your bull capital that can go 2x. So you have a total of up to 4x. All right. So in a perfect world, if they both grew at the exact same time, you would end up with 400% on your trade contract. Or in this scenario, $2,000 trade contract, you could earn up to $8,000 on that. Okay. Now, if you're building quicker on your bull side than you are on your than your bear side is earning for you, you'll hit what we call a cap. Okay, and you always want to stay ahead of those caps. Cap simply means what it is. It caps out your earnings on that particular side that got to the 2x first. You have a choice at that point. You can sit and wait for the other side to hit 2x, or you can go ahead and upgrade. Okay, purchase a new contract. If you you're in your back office and you get that notice saying, hey, you're at 185%. Okay, you should upgrade now so you don't miss losing any commissions or trade earnings. And you go ahead and you click upgrade. It's exactly that. If you're on a $2,000 package and you want to go to the $5,000, you don't have to pay the additional. You don't have to pay $5,000. You just pay the difference of the $3,000 to get you upgraded. Okay, so it's a way that you can, basically earn your way through the trade contracts until you get to the top. All right. So they've thought about everything here, guys. So if you're sitting back going, wow, this is really well put together, it actually is. And I get told that every day as I'm talking to leaders globally, how impressed they are with how well thought out this all is. Again, keep in mind, this took 1.5 years just to go from concept to you guys. And it's only been in pre-launch for 90 days or for 9 weeks now. Okay. Again, each trade contract comes with leadership points. If it's your personal points, it's PV. If it's group points, then it's GPV. Okay. Well, I'll show you how those play in here in just a moment. But finishing something off on the right here, that $2,000 package, $600 went towards your education. That's 30% we talked about. But they split that in half. Okay. And the reason I want to point this out is half of that goes towards your fast start. Okay. So $300 of the $600 that went towards the education on the $2,000 package, $300 of that goes into fast start. That goes back to the person who brought you to CashFX. Or if you're the one referring others, you would get that fast start in real time. Okay. Once the blockchain confirms the transaction, boom, that money shows up in your balance and you can pull it out. The other half goes into the Unilevel, and I'll show you how that works as well. But my point here is 100% of the educational package goes back to the field. The company doesn't make a profit on it. It goes back to the field. So very generous in that aspect. Our trading results. Okay, we're going to touch on trading one more time here. Just make sure you guys are familiar with it. We're going to talk about the trade earning cap here. Okay, because it's another type of cap. It's your weekly cap of 15% per week. So you could earn up to 15% per week or up to 60% per month. It's not bad returns. So good trade earnings there. Doesn't mean that you're going to see 15% every single week. Okay, because the company makes their money the same way that you do, off of the trading. And so in their business model, they know how much they need to have for the company, and then they know what the obligation is to the members. And so whatever the trading is for the day, their algorithm on all that will split it out, and that is what sets what our trade earnings are each day. So some days you might see a 1.88%, and other days you might see 3%. Okay, so it fluctuates all over the place depending on the successful trades of that particular day. Again, it goes back to the expert advisors who work with professional traders, feed the algorithms into the bot, and the AI sits back and watches. And one day that AI will mature to a point where it can actually help create new, very effective algorithms. Okay, so wanted to make sure you guys understand all of that. Let's talk about this fast start bonus. I just touched on it a second ago. Out of every single trade contract, again, 30% goes towards your education. 100% of the Academy pack price is distributed back to the field. Okay, Again, half of that goes towards the fast start. The other half is distributed through the Unilevel. Because of the fact that you had to refer at least one person in order to get a fast start, that means this feeds to your bull capital, okay? The bull capital, remember we talked about the 2x equals 200%. So out of every single fast start bonus that you receive, it will start to basically chip away at that 200% that you can earn on that trade contract, okay? And then let's go on down and talk here about the Unilevel now. The Unilevel, another very unique piece here. I absolutely love the Unilevel, but this is where the other half of the of your educational course money goes. So you got half to the fast start, the other half goes over here, and the way it's going to break out is, let's say that you have $1,000 package. Okay, 30% of that's 300. Half of that would be 150 that would dump into the Unilevel. All right, and that 150 is then divided up based on the following percentages. Levels 1 through 4 will each get paid 10%. Levels 5 and 6 will get paid 20% of that 150. Okay. Levels 7 and 8 will get 5% apiece. Level 9, 5%, and level 10, 5%. All right. But I want to point something out. You see these little icons right up in here? These little emblems mean those are the ranks. So we're going to start tying this all together for you now when we talk about the leadership points. The points are what help you get through your ranks, right? The ranks are obviously what help you open up additional levels of income. Now, during pre-launch, for a little bit longer here, all 10 levels are opened up to everybody, all right? So if you're getting started today and you've got a bunch of people you want to introduce into the company, do it right away, and you'll start earning on all 10 levels of the Unilevel. So for anybody who is very novice in the networking space, network marketing space, let me explain how this works. So a Unilevel is a team Unilevel from you down. All right. So everybody that you bring in each has their own unique Unilevel. All right. So let's say that you refer 10 people. They're all going to fall on your first level. Each one of those people created a separate lineage. All right. Meaning a different line of sponsorship. So there's you, and you created 10 different lineages or 10 different lines of sponsorship. All right. This is just an example. Lineage is going to come up again here in a couple more pages. So I want to bring that up right now. That's what a lineage is. So however many people you put on the level 1 or you personally refer to CashFX ends up on your level 1. That's how many lineages that you have. Okay. And we've got some people that are approaching 300 personals already. So yes, it's very, very attractive to a lot of people. We've seen explosive growth in the first 9 weeks here. So anybody you personally refer ends up on your first level. Anybody they personally refer ends up on your second. And then anybody those people personally refer end up on your third, and so on and so forth until you work your way all the way down to your 10th level. All right. Now, a unique thing that happens over here on the 10th level is when you open that up, you need to be President's Club, okay, to do that. But when you open up the 10th level, you also open up an additional 1%. Then you have Ambassador, which opens up to infinity now, guys. So you don't stop anymore at 10 levels. Now you can earn 27, 30, 50, 100, 200 levels deep. It doesn't matter. You earn to infinity. If you're a ambassador, you earn 1.5%. If you're a global ambassador, you earn 2.5% from a levels 11 through infinity. So pretty incredible. Again, you had to refer someone, at least one person, to start a Unilevel, so it feeds onto your bull side. So again, all compensation you get from here will dump into or will chip away at that 200% you can earn on the bull side. Okay. So hopefully that all makes sense for you guys. This, let me go back here for a second. Fast start, you will see this commission in real time. Okay. So if you just sign someone up right now, the blockchain will take anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour typically to confirm the transaction. And then that commission, the fast start commission, is released into your balance and available to you to withdraw immediately. All right. On the Unilevel side, you'll see a real-time report on it. But then Saturday at noon Eastern is when is when your Unilevel money goes from your Unilevel report into your balance and is available for withdrawal. So paychecks every Saturday on the Unilevel. Then we go into the force matrix. Okay. Now follow me on this one here, guys. You might need to take some notes. or reflect back on this recording later. But with the force matrix, it's a 3x10 force matrix. And so what does that mean? It means you have 3 front spots on your matrix to fill. And then you have 10 levels that you can go deep. All right. So you have your line of 3, which is your front line. And then each one of those have 3, which is 9. We each have 3, which is 27. And then 81, 243, all the way down to your 10th level, which would have 59,049 people on your 10th level alone. Okay. With a total matrix, full matrix of 88,572 people. That's a lot of people, but you don't have to do this on your own, okay? And so as money comes in here, first off, where's the money come from, okay? Well, as we talked about, every time that you want to purchase a new contract, trade contract, or you want to upgrade from one level of trade contract to the next higher, or whatever package higher you want to go to, okay? So you do an upgrade or a purchase. You can't use your balance to do those upgrades or purchases. You have to withdraw that money first, okay? It's a legality thing. So you withdraw the money, and then from your Bitcoin wallet, you send the Bitcoin back into CashFX for your upgrade or your new contract purchase, okay? When you withdraw that money, there's a 20% withdrawal fee. But just hear me out here, because this is part of the perpetual, self-sustaining ecosystem that is created here. All right. So you pay 20% when you withdraw the funds, and then you go ahead and you renew renew or you upgrade your package. All right. So let's say that you just did a $1,000 package. We'll use that one again as an example. All right. $1,000 withdrawal. Okay. Well, so we use that as an example. So you got $200 in withdrawal fees. Now, not 100% of that goes into the matrix. Let me tell you where it breaks down. It's 3 different bonuses. Half of it goes in the matrix. Okay. So $100 of it goes into the matrix. All right. And out of that $100, it's split up according to the certain percentages. 3% of that $100 is paid out on your first level. Okay. So anybody that falls on your first level, you'll get 3% of all of their withdrawals for the month. All right. You'll get paid through your matrix. Anybody who falls on your second level, you get 3% of all their withdrawals for the month. And then level 3 is 3%. Okay. And then anybody on your fourth level, you get 5%. Fifth level, 6. Sixth level, 10%. Look at level 7. You could have 2,187 people down here that you're making 30% or getting paid a portion of the 30% every single time. Okay. They make a withdrawal. And then you've got the eighth level, 20%, 10, and 10. You add all these up, that's 100% of that money. Okay? So it depends on where they fall on that level for you. But I love the 7th level right here. 30% of anybody that falls on that level, pretty dang good. So this matrix, guys, the reason it's a bear, is you do not have to sponsor anyone in order to earn in this matrix. You could literally purchase your trade contract, and everyone who has a trade contract ends up in the matrix at this time. Okay. In the future, we will be separating the education, the product, from the compensation after launch. Okay. Legality, we need to be able to give people the opportunity to buy only the education. If they don't want to go into the force matrix, they don't have to. All right. But one thing I do want to mention about the force matrix is if you signed up already and you're looking for spillover, because that's something I get asked a lot. Spillover is basically free people that come from above. Okay, this matrix does not start from you down. Okay, or it's not only built. It's not only built from you down like your Unilevel is. Your force matrix goes to your sponsor. Anybody that they have could fall in your matrix, above them and above them and above them, all the way up to the company. Okay, so. But the system fills from left to right, looking for any empty spots. So if you're a builder and you're charging and you're building your team, you may not get any spillover. Maybe you're ahead of the spillover. Spillover takes time. It takes patience. So it depends on how far you are from your sponsor. I mean, if you're someone who's sponsored by the guy that has almost 300 personals, it's going to take a while to get some spillover. Okay, because it has to go left to right, starting on the level 1. Then it checks level 2, level 3, level 4, all the way down, all 10 levels deep, looking for those empty spots. So even though you might be a personal to your sponsor and you ended up in their first level of their Unilevel, it doesn't mean you're going to end up on the first level of their matrix. Remember, it's a 3x10. They only have 3 front spots. Once those are filled, the rest of their personals go down in the matrix somewhere. So if you're falling down around the 7th or 8th level, all right, it's going to take a while to receive spillover. So spillover can, and in most cases will happen. It just takes some time. Okay, so the rest of the 20% fee, we talked about half of it dumping into the matrix. The other 10% of it goes towards matrix check match, all right, which I'll talk about that here in a second. And the remaining 40% goes towards the leadership rank bonuses, okay? Talk about that here in a second as well. But this is another thing I want to point out is the withdrawal fee. See right here under note, the withdrawal fee is not profit for CashFX. It's a unique and deliberate strategy to create a constant residual reward for you guys, the people in the field, okay? This is part of that perpetual ecosystem I was talking about. It's fully self-sustainable. Now, let me explain why, okay? Because everybody ends up in the matrix at this time. So let's say you're the last person coming in before CashFX decides to go, hey, we're going to close the doors for a while. I'm not saying they're doing that, okay? I'm saying they could. They could. And it's the first company I've ever come across in my 20 plus years of doing this that I've ever seen, okay? But they could literally close the doors and everyone, even the last person coming in, could still make it to the top package, all right? Let's go back up here for just a couple of slides. And I want to show you what I'm talking about here because this is really important you guys get this. Let's say the last person coming in came in at $300 and then CashFX closes the doors behind them. It doesn't limit their opportunity, all right? What they can earn to the 500, to the 1,000, to the 2,000, so on and so forth, all the way through to the $100,000 package. And every time they're upgrading, okay, it's upgrading or renewing their package. It's creating another fast start. So you're getting paid your fast start bonus off of all of those, all right? So everybody that's in that ecosystem, every time they upgrade or renew, it creates another fast start bonus to you. It dumps more money into the Unilevel every single time they do that, all right? And in order to upgrade or renew or take money home, they have to pay a withdrawal fee, which dumps back into the matrix, the check match, and the leadership bonuses. This is a fully sustainable system that creates a perpetual ecosystem. I mean, it's mind-boggling to me. I mean, I'm a numbers guy, so I'm sitting here like, wow, this is a no-brainer. This is amazing. But the fact that you don't have to sponsor to end up in the matrix, it does make it a bear capital. Okay, obviously bulls will grow their matrix out much quicker, but it's really a bear or a bull. Okay, on the force matrix check match. All right, what is that? Well, anybody that's over here in the matrix that you personally referred, okay? So all these people on level 1 dropped somewhere into your matrix down here, okay? Anything that they earn out of the matrix for the month. So let's say you got someone who made $1,000 in the matrix, okay? What does that mean to you? It means you're gonna get a 10% check match on that $1,000 or $100 check comes to you. Now, how many people do you want to have in the matrix that you personally sponsored? I think now you can see why we've got a lot of people with 20 and 50 and 100, 200 plus, personals in this thing, is they want a whole bunch of these 10% check matches. Now, the check match portion, so the force matrix check match, all right, is a bull side because you had to refer at least one person, all right? So you have the matrix right here, which is bear, but then you have the check match, which is bull, okay? So it's a very hybrid. I said there's a lot of first-time things that, very unique to the industry. That right there is absolutely amazing. So I personally believe the matrix is going to become one of the most profitable compensations that you can receive from this company one day. Leadership program. All right, so as we talked about at the beginning, your $1,000 package is all you really ever need to buy to meet your personal volume requirements. 500 PV, all the way down here, global ambassador, 500 PV, all right? To become an executive and open up levels 5 and 6, you need to get 3 referrals and a total of 7,000 group volume, okay? Total combined group volume, 7,000. Not real difficult to do. Okay, Then you want to become a manager. Well, what you need to do is have 25,000 group volume, help two people become an executive like you just did from two different lineages. Okay. Remember what I talked about with the lineages. So we'll go back over here. Anybody you personally put into the company, sponsor into the company, lands on your level one. If you have two people on level one, you have two lineages. Okay. If you have 10 people, you have 10. If you have 100 people on level one that you personally referred to the company, you have 100 lineages that you can utilize in the leadership. Okay. You need two executives from two different lineages. Not four executives. You need one from two different legs. So one in this leg over here and one in this leg over here. Okay. Now you want to become a director. You need 100,000 group volume. You need two managers, so two people to do what you just did over here. Well, you already helped two of them become executives, so help them become managers, and you're now a director. Okay. Then you come down and you want to become president. Well, you need 500,000 group volume. It unlocks 1% global bonus from levels 11 through infinity. It opens you up to car bonuses or cash bonuses or trips or whatever it is that CashFX corporate decides to do for the leadership program bonuses. All right. But on top of that, like I said, it does open up an additional 1% override to infinity. That's huge. How do you get to be president? You need three directors from three different lineages. Okay. Well, you already helped two of them right here become managers. Help them become directors now, and then find one more and help them do the same thing. All right. So you can see that this whole program, this whole compensation is about helping other people. That's what this company was founded on. All right. When I had a conversation with Waskar several months ago, he said, I've reached a point where I could retire and the next few generations of my family don't have to worry about financial. Well, then the next time I talked to him, he says, hey, look at this. I've been developing this behind the scenes and I'm not ready to retire. I want to help a lot of people. Part of his vision was to help people and get you to help people. Okay. So everything you're seeing here motivates you to help other people. That's the whole concept behind this business. All right. So now you want to become ambassador, help three people become presidents. And you only have to have those in two different lineages. So you could have two in one leg and one in the other. All right. This increases your override to infinity up to 1.5%. You want to become global and you get better prizes, okay, than you did at president. So the different bonuses and things like that get bigger, and the cars get better, the trips get better, whatever it is they want to throw at us. And then you go to global ambassador, top rank. You need a 5 million group volume, 3 ambassadors from 2 different legs. So 2 in one leg and 1 in the other. Now you got 2% global bonus to infinity. This is obviously feeds towards the bull side of things because you had to sponsor people to do that. Therefore, it's on the bull side. So it plays towards that 200% or the 2x on the bull side. All right. As we start to near the official launch of the company, I do want to point out that your group volume does flush each month. Okay. So every month you're going to your points are going to start over, but you're going to get every time someone renews, every time someone upgrades, new people coming in, all of that is going to feed those points again. So you've already started building your team. If you've been here for very long. And so if you see your points wipe out, understand those people are going to be renewing. They're going to be upgrading. They're going to be bringing in new people. So your points will just continue to grow month over month over month. Okay. So don't get too concerned about that side of it. Just make sure that you're, staying active and helping your people do the same thing that you're doing. So, guys, that brings us to the conclusion here. And I just want to encourage you that, again, we've got the grand launch event happening in Panama City, Panama, November 8th through the 10th. And so if you're interested in that, ticket sales will be going up here within the next 24 hours. And I want to encourage you to get back to the person who invited you to this webinar here tonight and ask them, hey, how do I get started? What package should I start with? Get some help from them. They'll walk you right on through that. And we look forward to working with you. Have a great night.